Okay, so today we're doing a deep dive into a spec sheet that really makes you stop and stare.
Yeah, it really does.
We've got the technical documentation for the NTI DVI-FO-98-MM. It's a cable,
A 98-foot cable, to be specific,
and it has a retail price of $755.
which is when you immediately think, is that a typo? Or, who is getting scammed here?
Right, but I think our mission today isn't to justify that price for, like, a home theater setup.
No, not at all.
It's to figure out the very specific physics problem this thing is engineered to solve. How do you get a perfect signal over that kind of distance?
And with no external power. That's the detail that jumped out at me. Normally, when you push a DVI signal past, say, 15 or 20 feet, the physics of copper just starts to fight you.
The resistance goes up, the signal degrades, and you get those little sparkles on screen.
Or just nothing. A complete dropout.
So NTI's solution here is what they call active optical. But looking at the breakdown, it's only half the story, isn't it? This is a hybrid.
It is. It's a really clever split-brain approach. They knew that copper is just terrible for high-bandwidth video data over distance, but it's actually perfectly fine for low-speed communication. So inside this one casing, you have both. You have 4 multi-mode fiber optic strands right next to standard copper wires.
So the fiber does the heavy lifting.
Exactly. The RGB video, the clock signals, the actual image. The specs list, an 850 nanometer VCSEL optical source.
Which are these tiny little lasers that turn the electrical signal into pulses of light.
Right, and that's what solves the distance problem. Light just doesn't degrade over distance the way an electrical signal in copper does.
Which is how this thing can support a full 1920 by 1200 resolution at almost 100 meters.
Yeah, where a pure copper cable would be completely useless after maybe 10 meters.
But you still need the copper. Why is that?
Well, if you went 100% fiber, you'd lose the DDC, the display data channel.
Ah, the digital handshake.
That's it. It's how the monitor tells the computer, hey, I'm here. This is my native resolution.
So the copper is just there to maintain that simple, low-bandwidth conversation so it stays plug-and-play.
Precisely. It's just smart engineering. Use the expensive, powerful tech for the hard stuff, and cheap, simple copper for the easy part.
Okay, but even so, that price point tells me this isn't just about distance. The key features list puts a lot of emphasis on low RFEME.
And that is the real selling point. That is why you buy this for a hospital and not a convention center.
RFI is radio frequency interference. EMI is electromagnetic interference.
And they are absolute signal killers.
Because copper is basically just one long antenna.
It's a giant antenna. If you run a 100-foot copper cable through a room with, say, an MRI machine or next to an elevator motor.
Or in the avionics bay of an airplane.
Right. That copper is going to soak up all that electromagnetic noise. And that noise shows up as static, as artifacts on the screen.
Which is, annoying if you're watching a movie.
But it's catastrophic if you're a surgeon looking at a live X-ray or a pilot relying on a navigation display.
So because this cable converts that video data into light before it travels that distance.
It becomes immune. You could wrap this thing around a giant magnet, and the light pulses inside wouldn't change. The signal integrity is absolute.
It's fascinating, though, that it doesn't need an external power supply. It has active lasers inside the connector, but it just plugs right in.
That's the other brilliant part of the engineering. It's incredibly efficient. It just siphons the tiny bit of power it needs, about 5 volts, directly from a pin on the DVI interface itself.
So it's parasitic power. From the user's end, it feels like a normal passive cable.
It hides all of its complexity to create a seamless experience.
It really reframes what you're buying. You're not paying $755 for a wire.
No. You're paying for insurance against physics.
You're paying to completely ignore all the electromagnetic chaos that's happening inside the walls around you.
That's the perfect way to see it. It's specialized infrastructure for any environment where good enough could get somebody hurt.
It definitely changes how you think about what's hidden behind the ceiling tiles in an airport or an operating room.
It does.
And that pretty much brings us to the end of this deep dive. But here's a thought to leave you with.
Go on.
As all our devices get faster and our world gets electronically noisier, how much of our supposedly wireless future is actually going to depend on these incredibly complex, expensive, and hidden wires just to hold it all together? Thanks for listening.